Alright, so this is how to make berms in L3DT, or at least how I do. I'll just do it here. So I'll start with raise brush, and then reduce the strength a bit, and then just do like a, wherever you want it, you just start by doing a smoothish curve. It doesn't have to be perfect because you can adjust it later. And then if you want bigger back, then you can do this. Alright, so that's kind of the basic shape. I know it looks terrible right now, but hold on. Basically, you want to reduce the strength to about 15 or so, and then you can like move the camera so you can see the imperfections. Like here, it needs more, so you go like just a little blip there, blip blip, all the little imperfections you can correct. And like, you see this bit is too far out, so I would go a lower brush, do the opposite, just blip. See, that already doesn't look too bad. And then what I do is, depends what type of berm you want, but so you could just get smooth and put it on like 2 strength. Two or 3 strength, and just do this, and then you could just leave it like that if that's the style of berm you want. And then obviously it's not perfect. I'm just doing this real quick, but you could spend more time like perfecting how smooth the top is and stuff. But what I like to do is I'll get avalanche, and I will make it quite big, and I'll go just dig into it. Try and make it smooth as you can. Yeah, kind of like that. And then smooth it after that. Try and keep the camera like sort of pointed straight against the area you're doing for the best smoothing effects. And you see it's kind of a sharp berm, but it works. Then I would go in and smooth the bottom out again. Maybe once more. Like this exit looks a little bit rubbish, so just again, little micro adjustments. Now that looks pretty good. And if you mess up, you just Control Z to undo. And then the edges you can sort of, I like to smooth a lot. And then as again on the top, you can make it look nicer. Doesn't look too bad. Yeah. So that's how I like to do berms. And then if you notice, like here it looks too low. So you just go in with a really low, the lower the strength, the easier it is to be accurate. So I'll just go like, just fill that area in, just like that. And that will ride pretty good in game, honestly. Just make sure the edges are smoothed off to the flat like this, so you can really gradually enter it. It'll ride good. You don't want it like just sausages at the end. And then like if you wanted to do an inside rut, you could go just do the same thing but like on a smaller scale basically. Again, micro adjustments. And then avalanche. If you don't want the dirt to like fall off far, you can change this number. I never mess with the slope degree. I don't even know what that does, but run length is how far the dirt slides. So like if you have it low, then it won't really go anywhere. And just change the camera so that it's easy to see what you're doing. Alright. It's a bit too thin here, so just build the back up. It probably is easier to do ruts in GIMP or PS, but this is just the only way I know how to do it in L3DT. I've used L3 for all my tracks. So basically you want strength 1 doesn't really do enough, like you'll see here. It leaves these sort of imperfections right there. So 2 is the lowest that I use for smoothing stuff out, really, and just make the wheel size really small, and it will smooth it out better. But still keep that fidelity of a very small rut. So like these edges, you want to have it small as possible, but then maybe here have it like one size up. And then smooth out the bottom part that meets the berm. Looks a bit crap, to be honest, but just mess around with it, you know. If you're not happy with it, just try rescuing it by adding more height. To this section. But yeah, that will work pretty good in game. And then if you want to fix the top, yeah, that has kind of affected the berm. I don't know. It's not perfect, but that's my method anyway. Yeah. So that's a berm and an inside rut tutorial.